Okay, so we're back. So what I've done here is I did put a shim, and I had this old card from an establishment, laminated business card type thing, and that's put it in there pretty snug. And so what I've done now is I put the plate on, I put a screw through, and I've measured. And that tells me that I've got about 16 mil that I need to drill a hole in this pattern. These little, you can't really see them. So I need to get a drill bit, and then I'll take the drill bit off so that I make sure, and I'll start out very small, and then I'll work my way through different drill bits until I get to just about the size of that screw. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to come back and I'm going to ever so gingerly, starting with almost a minuscule drill bit, begin to put about 15 millimeter holes where they go on this neck based on the shim was in. It was pretty tight. I felt good about it. And then make sure that I can seat the neck, I can bolt the neck on. Things are good, it lines up, line it up with the saddle and the nut. And then after that, I'm going to tackle the frets, because it didn't make sense to me to tackle the frets, get the frets to some measure of my version of decent to perfection, some range in there, and then take the risk of me jacking up the neck connectivity to the body and putting all that fret work in for no good. So I'm going to start with drilling the holes out for the neck, and I don't know that I'm going to do this tonight. It's getting kind of late here. I may or may not. So in the spirit of that, I will be back in either a little bit or tomorrow with a different video. For now, I'm going to grab a slice of pizza and a Diet Coke and take a break. Think about things. Slow and steady wins the race, my friends. Slow and steady. Don't get in a hurry. Okay, welcome back, friends, to the show that never ends. TED Talks, Guitars, and Life. So yeah, I'm just trying to size this neck up. And so I did notice that I had a little bit of a pick guard hangover. So I used my old Choke Max $15 Amazon Dremel and a sand little deal. And I got this as flush as I could. Okay, so now what I'm going to attempt to do after I clean up my area a little bit is seat the neck in here. But I have a little bit or a lot of movement. So I'm going to drop a shim in, see if I can't tighten that up. And then I'm going to see how much screw I need so I can get the depth of what I need to drill out for the holes on the back of the neck. So yeah, I'm going to do a little bit of work and I'll be back in just a minute. Well, welcome back everyone to another edition of My Work Area is Messier Than Yours. So yeah, man, just thought I'd walk through the project a little bit. So this is the replacement neck that came today. So I was able to, drill the holes in the back of the neck. It ain't pretty, but it is what it is for right now. And I will have to clean that up before I put the body and the neck together for the long term. But for right now, I was able to do that, and life is good. Then I taped up the frets, and because my grandson's Poppy is Poppy, I may or may not nicked a couple things along the way, but you know, such is life. So yeah, I'm hopeful that we are not too far away from reassembling everything, and I don't know that that will be this evening or not. Maybe a tomorrow project, or I may get a breath of fresh air or wind, as it were, and be able to tackle that tonight. So yeah, it's been an interesting project. Those of you who've been on the journey with me are well aware that yeah, it's it's been an adventure, and you know, I can't blame anyone but myself for breaking the nut slot of the first neck. I have to own that. I did appreciate all of the comments and thoughts about potentially moving to a wider nut, those kinds of things, but at the end of the day, man, I felt like a new neck was the path of least resistance, at least for me. I want to get on with the show, as it were, and get my grandson's guitar completed, because I have another grandson. And I got another project coming this weekend. I've actually got a guitar that I'm going to be reviewing this weekend on the channel. That's my hope anyway, if my time schedules all align. And yeah, so I'll be doing that this weekend. That'll be a special kind of edition of Ted Talks Guitars in Life. I never really thought that a guitar company would send me a guitar to review, but they are, and I'm pretty excited about it. I am not getting any financial kickback or compensation from the company. They are sending me the guitar. They've asked me to review it, and they've asked me if I don't like the guitar, that I donate it, that I not sell it, but that I donate it to an organization or someone. And so I thought, man, I can honor that for sure. So it'll be interesting. I intend to do what I do with every guitar you've seen on the channel. I intend to do a really boring unboxing, or I don't know, maybe you like unboxing videos. I don't know. I don't mind them. I kind of enjoy it. They tend to be a little bit long because I don't clearly spend a lot of time editing my stuff. I've got a life and a full-time job, and at least one, if not two, part-time jobs. One of those is seasonal, one of those is pretty much year-round, so I'm a pretty busy guy. So I don't have loads of time, and So yeah, man, editing videos and taking the time to really care about production and all those things are kind of hit and miss for me. I did start making shorter vids and attempting to piece them together as I go, instead of doing the everything's a 30-minute show, you know, kind of thing. So I know that some of you, man, I've talked to you, and I appreciate you hanging out on the channel. Appreciate everybody who likes this kind of content, who subscribes. That's always awesome. Appreciate those of you who are making comments and contributing to, yeah, man, our ongoing fellowship and just talking guitars and life. But yeah, so all that to say, a couple of you said, yeah, man, I just, you know, I put the video on and I do my work. And I think that's pretty cool. So I guess those of you who do that don't mind a longer video where unedited in format. And those of you who like shorter vids, well, of course, you know, man, you definitely don't have to watch every second of everything that I do. That's for sure, man. You don't have to watch any of it. You know, truthfully, nobody's being held hostage here on the channel. So, yeah, man, you're free to move about the cabin, as it were. But yeah, so these are the Musicali tuners that I wanted to put on my grandson's guitar, just because I imagine from this point on, even this evening, I will begin to put this thing back together, and then a series of mishaps, I am sure, will ensue. And not if, but when that happens, I'm sure I'll be taking the strings off or taking the neck off or doing all the things. And winding, man, I'm just not a fan of all that. So yeah, it's what I intend to do tonight. I'm going to try not to over tighten these, because that's when bad things happen. So yeah, for this neck, I did have to drill the holes for the tuners, and I actually got this style of tuner because that was what was on the original neck, and so that's the only reason I kind of got this model. But that's okay. And I have kind of leveled and touched up the frets, and I have put some of this flits. I don't know, man, it's just polish. I don't know anything about them. I don't sell it. I don't make any money. If you buy it, buy what you want to buy. Hey, guess what? You do you, right, man? That's what we always say on the channel, and I mean every word of that. So this is a little $15 Dremel that I got. Sean Overscar, my guitar, recommended it, and I actually used this earlier. And I don't know how much of the work that I've been doing the past hour really will appear on the channel, but I don't know if this is going to be too loud to talk at the same time. Probably. But yeah, so I'll do that. I'll do that off the camera. So yeah, I actually used that with a sandpaper attachment. One of the things I noticed, that the pick guard was going over the neck pocket a little bit, and yeah, I got Dremel happy with the polish. That happens. I guess that's why some people don't use the Dremel, because you get little nicks and stuff. But you know, man, maybe one day my grandson will see these videos and he'll watch his poppy labor over this thing that I got for him. But yeah, I just wanted to give you an update. I've got the neck ready. I've got my very ugly holes drilled. I've got all the frets leveled. The nut will have to wait until I get the guitar back together and strung up and can get a sense of where that alignment needs to be, where the height is of those. and we will go from there, I suppose. So yeah, that is kind of the update on the project, on the neck situation. And wow, that was a fantastic video, because you didn't get to see me do hardly any of that, because most of that was off camera. So I will post this anyway for prosperity. If you're hanging out with me and you didn't need to see me screw screws and tighten things, then you're all good, man. And if it was in the shot and it only got out of the shot because I started trembling, then just excuse an old man for not knowing what he's doing and not having a way to see you and see what I'm doing at the same time. Well, man, wherever you are in your guitar journey, man, I pray it's a long, safe, joyful ride for you. Rock on with your bad selves, and I'm going to catch you in the next one down the road.